Juiceman, you know I don't never do this. Lame what I'm finna do. But bro, you lame as getting on there with Big Bang Black and somebody stole from you. You know who stole from you, lame.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about none other than Waka Flocka Flame. Now, Waka Flocka has an issue with OJ the Juiceman. And yes, you did not go back in time to 2008. I'm talking about a legitimate problem between the two of them, and it looks like it's getting ugly because Waka Flocka definitely had to jump out about something that Juiceman had said while he was on a very famous podcast there in the South. Now, for those of you who don't know, Waka Flocka Flame is a hip-hop artist from Atlanta, but man, he's got roots so deep in hip-hop, it is ridiculous, man. Once you start to think about all the different types of nepotism that you find in hip-hop, you start to realize, man, there might be an organized structure in force in order for people to get on, man. Now, I'm not going all conspiracy theory with that, but man, dude does have some very deep connections in the hip-hop game, from his mom being Deb Antney to whatnot. But before we get into the specifics and talk about why him and OJ the Juiceman got a problem right now, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this OJ the Juiceman and Waka Flocka issue, man. Now, these two used to be crew, man. I don't know if they was ever gang, but they was definitely crew. They all used to run under that 1017 and be down with Gucci, man. Now, OJ the Juiceman was an interesting character in hip-hop, to be honest, man. And he's been away from rap a long time. I'm talking about people were really fiending for some OJ the Juiceman mixtapes and material back when Gucci Man was really lighting up and heating up back in like, what, 2008, 9, 10, 11, and 12, man. People were waiting for OJ the Juiceman to come back. But it looks like he ran into a couple of issues. Now, he had a medical situation where he said he had come down with diabetes, and he had almost lost his life due to that because it was like onset later in his life, and he didn't know, and there were certain situations that he had, and it was a real tragic story, man. Now, he said all this on a podcast by the name of the Big Facts Podcast, and it's hosted by Big Black and DJ Scream. Now, I've done stories before about Big Black, man. He is an integral part in the Atlanta hip-hop scene. And dude has some interesting ties as well when it comes to like the streets and everything, man. He's all like, he's got certain parts of the city locked down, or at least he used to, you know what I mean? Now he's got a successful podcast with DJ Scream, who is another well-known person in the South, and a well-known used to be mixtape DJ. And it looks like things are all on the up and up, man. They cranking out quality material, you know what I mean? Now, when OJ the Juiceman just got on this show recently, man, it seemed like, man, he had a whole lot to unload. Now, he talked about what I mentioned before, the diabetes issue. But he also talked about his finances and why we ain't heard him in the rap game forever. Well, apparently, according to OJ the Juiceman, he allegedly had a deal where he was basically going to be out of the rap game for like a period of 10 years. And all of his masters and everything that he acquired while he was a signed artist under, I guess it was 32 Entertainment or something like that, whatever Deb Antney's management company was, he lost like pretty much all the rights for all that music and stuff like that. It's crazy. Now, if that is true, that is a horrible deal. Now, Deb Antney is Waka Flocka's mom. Now, Deb Antney is one of the main people that they talk about in that documentary that came out where they talk about the OGs in the hip-hop game. The one with Big U, Bimmy, and they got Haitian Jack and Deb Antney. Now, Bimmy and Deb Antney are brother and sister. So Bimmy, if you remember his story, dude he was in the game with Run DMC. I guess he ended up getting into some street stuff or whatnot, ended up becoming an A&R at Def Jam, being like one of their main Def Jam A&Rs. So when Waka Flocka came into the rap game, he had some legit ties. Like at the time, we didn't know that, you know what I mean? But obviously, through his mom and through his uncle, man, he has some real good connections. And it makes you think, man. It makes you start to wonder, huh? Like, behind the scenes, there's more going on than we think. Now, Waka Flocka's mom being Deb Antney and being the person that OJ the Juiceman put all the blame on, man, it didn't rub Waka Flocka right. So Waka Flocka did what anybody would do. Since it was released on social media, he had to address it on social media. And he dropped this video right here.
Juiceman, you know I don't never do this. Lame what I'm finna do. But bro, you lame as getting on there with Big Bank Black and somebody stole from you. You know who stole from you, lame. And stop putting that on my mama. Yes, I'm gonna say this. Lame man. Grown men on the internet crying about who stole from them. And man, y'all is lame as get some straightening. You talking about baby mouth. Damn, bro. I've been acting lame. I'm sick of that.
Now, you see in that reply, Waka Flocka was not pulling any punches. He was going straight for OJ the Juiceman. He even pointed at the camera like, oh, like Juice, man, I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? That basically, you know, him crying about this money and stuff that he lost, putting it on Deb Antney is not accurate in Waka Flocka's assessment of the situation. Now, Waka Flocka was all up in the situation back in those days. Like, he was all in all of this, man. He was there with Gucci Man, even though him and Gucci had fell out. He was there with OJ the Juiceman. I remember, man, they used to have some, man. I remember the videos where it would be Waka Flocka and OJ Juiceman in the car vibing out and bouncing and stuff, man. It's interesting that everybody from that back in that time has pretty much fallen out and gone their separate ways. But with time, man, comes growth, and sometimes with growth comes separation. Now, to be honest, I don't know who to believe in this situation. It seems like OJ the Juiceman was speaking straight from the heart and was telling his story, and I can't think of a reason why he would lie and put it on Deb Antney if it wasn't true. But then again, Waka Flocka definitely has to step out front and protect his moms, man. What kind of son would not come out and defend his mom? He got to do that, man. That's just being a man. At the end of the day, that's being a man. You know what I mean? So I cannot fault Waka Flocka for making that post and dissing OJ the Juiceman. Now, OJ the Juiceman hasn't said anything since then, and he's kind of playing it off. But due to, you know, the interview that he had and all the situations that he's got going on behind the scenes, man, I'm just hoping the best for him, because there was a time where OJ the Juiceman was a real big name in this hip hop game, and people actually were waiting on, you know, to hear the hottest tracks coming out of him and, you know, waiting on his next project. Now that time has passed, and eventually, hopefully he can, you know, find something in the music game. It sounded like he was trying to do some things, but man, you know, that's tough, man. For older artists to come back, it's tough, but it's not impossible, and it's been done before. But what do you guys think, man? Do you think Waka Flocka was right for going at OJ the Juiceman's head, for putting his mom's name out there, making it seem like she did him dirty and did bad business? Or do you agree with OJ Juiceman if he's really telling his side of the story and how he sees things and how things played out for him in the rap game? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace. Oh, yeah. And if you made it to this point in the video, make sure you hit that like button.